Welcome to the Endless Honeymoon Podcast Secret Dump.
I'm Natasha Leggero.
I'm also Natasha Leggero. And Natasha, other Natasha, I noticed that you are, you have an absurd headphone.
It's a lollipop headphone.
It is not just a lollipop headphone, Natasha. I will say it's very you, but I want you to pay homage to the hobby that brought you that lollipop headphone. Because I don't just randomly have that and allowed you to use it.
No, I love it. And what I like about it is I had a turban in my head and I didn't want to put the ugly headphones on. So I can just put this up to my ear. And also another added tip, I don't have to listen to you.
Oh, you can take
during
it off.
the podcast. I don't have to use a head.
I
only need to do that when someone's on the
Honey,
phone.
I'm right here, and whether you have the lollipop in your ear or not, you're still going to hear what I have to say, which is the only reason that we have that lollipop headphone is because it's a tool of the DJ equipment that I purchased from OfferUp.com.
This is like a DJ thing.
Yeah. So you look sick.
I see. You go like this.
You look like an old school Jamaican/British DJ that's making the block party hot.
What do you think's worse, this lollipop mic or like a Bluetooth thing that where a guy's playing video games, like a headset?
Honestly, this is cooler because it's at least like
this is a little cooler.
It's a statement.
Yeah,
It's kind of a statement that you're making. By the way, you have a beautiful bouquet of flowers in your lap.
You brought me these flowers today right before the podcast. That's so nice. By the way, I keep telling Moshe that I'm going to sleep in. And he's like, don't you want to get up? And I'm like, no, I'm going to stay in my bedroom. And then he's like, why? Come out here. And I keep trying to hint to him to bring me coffee in bed, but he every time does not take the hint.
Is it not? First of all, speaking of romance, I'm a classic romantic. I went to a really nice florist to get you those. There's a trader that lives in the neighborhood named Joe. And he happened to have a beautiful bouquet of flowers for you.
These are actually tulips of the grocery store variety. They are my favorite.
Well, listen, Trader Joe's.
Because tulips look beautiful for 4 days. They change, they transform, they're hardy, they're gorgeous.
And you can tiptoe through them. Did you know that? Bet you didn't.
I keep them in. Oh, and you could cut them really short. They look kind of cool. They look really beautiful long.
Here's what I want to say to you. Could you put the lollipop headphone back in order for me to say this to you? Does it negate the romantic gesture if you say, I'm going to go back to bed, I'd love a cup of coffee? I have to think of it.
It's been a fail on both fronts. I'm just saying because then you're like, oh, I'll bring it to you now.
Yeah, because I didn't think about it. So I go back to bed. I'll bring it to you.
That doesn't count.
Count? I mean, what do you want? Do you want the coffee in bed or do you want it to count?
I guess I want to have the luxuriating of not having to get up. But to be like, where's my coffee?
That doesn't make sense. You did get up. The
eventually.
The example that you're referencing, you got up, told me loudly you were going back to bed to go read your book. And then I was like, don't you want to read in here with us? And then you were like, no, I think I'm going to read it in bed. I was like, what about the porch? The porch is nice. You could get some sun. So, no, I think I'll read my book in bed. And then a half an hour later, you came out and were stomping your feet and going.
Oh, I didn't stomp my feet.
You did. You were wearing galoshes.
I did not stomp my feet because I barely cared.
You put on galoshes and you came in and you stamped and you said, I'm having a no good, very bad, awful day. But why not just say, I'm going back to bed? You know what I'd love? A cup of coffee. And then I would remember.
I do me, you do you. So when you're trying to get your next partner to bring you coffee.
Oh, man. She would never. She wouldn't. It's not her style.
I'm just saying.
She wears one of those full-time anal plugs with a gem in it. So she'll like bend over and you'll see like a fake costume jewelry ruby coming from her bung. And that's what she's up to. She's not bringing anybody coffee. She's not asking for coffee. She doesn't need coffee because coffee would make that thing pop right out.
She does have a bung.
She has a bung.
Okay, well, listen.
She's hot, dude. Her name's Lisa. I should introduce you guys, honestly. Okay, it's secret dump time, and we're going to start off with a couple of listener-submitted questions. How to kindly reject someone / let them know you're not physically attracted to them. It's difficult.
You have to say that second part?
You certainly don't have. I mean, that would be my first go-to. You don't have to say, like, look, if you weren't a boogaloo, I probably would date you. You have a great personality, but you have the looks of a warthog. Why would you even mention that?
Well, you would mention it because if you don't say that, they might always harbor a chance, thinking that there's a chance.
You just say to them, I'm not interested in you romantically. That's not how I feel about you. I mean, that's simple. You know how many 10 Instagram model supermodels I've had to say that to. It had nothing to do with their looks. I had to say, listen, I'm not interested in you romantically. I'm a married man. Please stay out of my DMs. I mean, this is multiples a week.
So you have to write back, I'm a married man. Please stay out of my DMs.
Yeah, that's what I would recommend.
How much can you compliment someone on Instagram if you're married?
What's the compliment? It really depends.
Like, can you tell someone they're attractive via DM?
Definitely not.
Okay.
Of course. I mean,
I'm just curious.
Have you been doing that?
No.
Have you been writing Oscar Isaac?
I don't even know who that is.
Have you been writing the Helmsworth brothers?
No, honey, I haven't.
Have you been writing a Skarsgård and letting them know you think they're hot? What's happening over here?
No.
Did you write a member of the Velvet Revolvers? Or what? Is that a band? Did you write Slash and tell him you think that his hair was attractive?
I'm just saying.
You like his top hat? Okay,
so that's not, you can't do. Well, because sometimes you hear about people like, you're
comedians. Attractive?
I don't know. Like I'm saying, can you tell someone that you're a fan?
Now we're talking. Okay. Hey, I'm a big fan, and you're so hot. I mean, there's such an obvious thing you shouldn't do.
I'm not talking about for me. I'm talking about like when you hear about people.
No, why would you say
married men flirting with people?
What married man would tell someone that they're attractive if they weren't trying to fuck them? What is the urge to do that? You're so hot, but don't get me wrong. I love my wife and I want to stay with her, but I just need to when I see beauty, I have to call it out. That's ridiculous. And another R word that we don't use anymore.
Well, okay. Thank you for enlightening me on that.
Well, what's your answer, though? Okay, someone's after you, right? You're not married to me. I try to imagine it. I know it's kind of heartbreaking to think about. I've died of stage 4 lymphoma. And
it's very specific. Wait, how many years? 4?
It's 4 years out. Yeah.
That actually feels perfect.
You're ready to get back in the dating game.
Okay.
But somebody starts to come around.
4 years, I think I have a good chance.
What do you mean?
Like, if I'm, like, in my 70s, it feels like it might be a different... But I bet you I could find a guy I liked.
Yeah, a GILF hunter. Definitely.
A grandpa I'd like to fuck?
A grandma I'd like to fuck hunter.
Oh, okay.
You're the GILF.
Hunter. Okay.
You'd be the GILF, and he's the hunter. He's like 25, and he's very specifically turned on by older women with genius comedic timing.
Oh, you think when I'm in my 70s, I might want a 25-year-old?
I don't know what you're going to want, honey, when I'm dead, and I don't care. I'll have moved on. I'll be fucking an angel.
Okay, so tell me, you were just explaining something.
Okay, so I'm 4 years dead. You've moved on. You're ready to get back in the dating game. Our child supports it, and somebody starts to come around, and they're very nice, but they, they've got yellowing teeth, and they've got bad skin, and you're just not into them. What is the right way to tell them? But they're like hawking around, they're like a vulture trying to land on you and eat some of that carrion.
Well, can't you just like not hang out with them?
What do you mean? Ghost them?
Yeah.
Well, what if you like the person? What if it's somebody you know?
Oh, and you want to be friends with them.
Well, I mean, yeah, it doesn't seem like this question was...
Well, it's always... You have to wait for people to actually make a move, because I've done that before where it's been embarrassing, where I would be like, hey, just so you know, I would never date you.
Uh-huh. That's how you put it?
I don't know. You would not have liked it.
To the writer of the question, that's not how to do it. Just so you know, I would never date you.
But he didn't even really try to kiss me, and then I was like, oh, that was awkward. What if he just wanted to be friends?
This person...
You got to read a situation.
But in the context of this situation, this person is interested. You know that somehow. How do you let them down easy? And it's not, here's a little hint, letting them down easy is not, just so you know, I would never date you. That's not letting someone down easy.
Okay, how do you say it?
I think if it were me, I would say, I think you're awesome, but I don't feel that way about you. I don't feel romantically towards you. So,
but you'd have to wait for them then to say something romantic.
They've said something.
Which they might. Oh, they have said something.
Yeah. Would you like
sometimes it's just a vibe.
Would you like to go out to dinner with me sometime, Natasha? I'm asking. It's me. I'm alive again.
Okay.
Would you like to go out to dinner with me sometime?
Okay.
Me.
Yes.
Moshe.
Yes.
Where would you like to go? No, I'm dead. I'm a different guy now. Ooh, I'm ugly. You don't like me. Can we go out? Why don't we go out? Let's make it a date. You and me get dinner sometime. I'll take you to Vito's.
No, I'm actually not really interested in I'm seeing someone.
Oh, that is not cool.
That's what I would say.
The harsh and uncool.
Well,
okay,
because
you do it to me. See how much better this feels.
Hey, Moshe, do you want to go out? It's me, Natasha.
It's you?
Yeah.
You're my wife?
Yeah.
No. You got to be an ugly person I'm not interested in.
Okay, Moshe, I'm the woman who you don't want to have sex with.
Okay.
Hey, Moshe, I'd really... Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, it's good. It's all good. It's all good. Out here in these streets, grinding.
Would you like to go out to dinner with me?
Like as a date?
I was thinking.
Fuck no. Are you kidding? I date 10s and above, baby. And you're barely cracking 5. You know what I'm saying? You got the wrong guy, dude. Fuck you think you're talking to? What do you shoot for the moon over here? Are you fucking joking right now? You're joking. Okay. No, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because I assume you're kidding because you could never in a million fucking years touch somebody as hot as me. Are you fucking joking me? I'm sick to my stomach thinking about the concept of being on a romantic date with you. Okay, no, ask me again.
Moshe, that was very funny. Okay. All right, now tell everyone what they should
do
say.
it again. Ask me again.
Hey, Moshe, I was wondering if you'd like to get dinner sometime?
You mean you want to, as a date is what you're saying?
I mean, you could call it that, I guess.
I the thing is, I don't know if I feel that way about you. In fact, I don't. I have to be honest. But I think you're an awesome person, and I just don't think I'm the right guy for you because I don't have those feelings for you.
Do you still want to maybe be friends?
To be honest with you, I don't. I have friends already. I have a lot of friends. I wasn't looking for a new friend.
Have you said that to a woman before?
That I have said, yeah.
Ooh.
No,
pretty
but
harsh.
not as a rejection. No, I'm talking about when I've asked a person out. Okay, I'll ask you out. Then you reject me and say maybe we could just be friends.
Okay.
Okay, so I have done this kind of thing. Hey, Tina, would you want to go maybe get dinner sometime, you and me?
I would, but I just want you to know, like, I think this should be friends.
Oh, well, that's no problem. I was asking you out romantically, and it's cool that you're not interested in that, but I actually don't need any more friends right now. So
That's so rude.
Well, what am I supposed to go out to dinner with you? Because I'm like, that was awkward. I guess I'll just commit to having a terrible dinner. I would just say...
Because you'd be having a dinner with a boner.
No, I'd be having a dinner with a person I was trying to date who rejected me, who doesn't want to be on the dinner either. But if I said to somebody, I want to date you, and they were like, I just want to be friends, I would say, I was asking you out in a romantic way. So that's what I was interested in.
Okay, so essentially what you are saying, Moshe, through all of this hyperbole and all these tales of youth and wisdom, what you are saying is you have to be extremely open.
Open?
Like, just you have to say exactly what you think. Because like my instinct is to lie and say I'm dating someone.
Right. Well,
and then I don't have to talk as much. But
then they find out you're not dating someone and they're like, oh, what an asshole. It's like, why not just be direct?
It's hard to be direct.
But that's like the secret to freedom. I feel like. You just tell someone what's true. Oh, I'm not interested in you in that way. I think you're cool, but I'm not interested in you in that way. Oh, I don't have space in my life to make a new friend. But I do have space in my life to be romantic. I don't know. I just like to be direct and honest because then you never get yourself in trouble trying to figure out what lie you told that person.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So anyway.
Well, I think that was good advice.
Well, there we go. Why don't we secret it up?
Let me pull up my lollipop.
Hi, Moshe. Hi, Natasha. I'm a 22-year-old female, and I'm also a serial monogamist, and I've been in serious relationships since I was 17.
Me too.
I haven't had sex with casual people, I would say, on casual occasions, and I actually have been single for the past couple months, and I decided to download a dating app, and I found someone, and I had casual sex for the first time in my life, and I got chlamydia, and I have chlamydia now. I'm getting it treated. All is well, but this is, like, really fucking embarrassing for me. All right, I love you both. Have an amazing day.
That sucks. You know why that sucks?
Why?
it's not the chlamydia. I mean, obviously chlamydia sucks, but chlamydia will go away. It's one of the good ones.
I actually wanted to Google it. Is it like really gross? I
think it's probably really gross.
Like you get like a discharge?
Or dat charge. Either one.
Do you get sores?
I think so. I never had it. It's the clap. That's the clap.
That don't sound good. But I don't know anything about it.
Syphilis, the clap. Anyway, the point is...
How can people prevent this from happening?
Well, they can't...
A condom.
You can't 100% prevent it, but you can... The condoms help, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if they help with chlamydia. I think they do. But anyway, what sucks about this is not the chlamydia, even though that is the obvious suck. But what sucks about this is that this person will never experiment with sluttiness again. She's like... It's almost like the universe has told her, you were right this whole time. So she's not going to have any more casual fun. But I just got to tell you, most casual sex does not lead to chlamydia.
Well, I think that you should enjoy your time as a serial monogamist. It's nice to have those little spurts where you're not, tending to someone's needs.
You mean the single parts?
Yeah.
But how do you get physically satisfied when you're in the single valleys?
You masturbate, I guess.
But masturbation isn't as fun as sex.
Well, then you have sex.
How? If you're
but if you're someone who falls in love all the time every time you have sex,
right? Here's the thing about
it's hard to give that energy.
Here's the thing about serial monogamy that I'm not jealous of is you have a lot of relationships, but you also you're constantly breaking up with people. You're constantly going through breakups because everything is a serious relationship. So you're always having to have finding a way out of a relationship. Do you know how long I've wanted to get out of the relationship I'm currently in? And I have no way. I don't know how to get out. You know what I'm saying? So I just stick around. No, I'm joking.
Well, the good thing about being a serial monogamist is that we have the best personalities. So
is that true? Do you think that's true, really?
That's my theory.
That's fascinating. So because everybody wants to be with you? Is that what you're saying?
I have such a great personality, Moshe. I'll just find someone even if I'm an old hag.
Wait. Do you think, are you being serious that you think serial monogamists have really good personality? There is some logic to it.
Not necessarily. I kind of said it as a joke.
No, but now I'm thinking about it. You know how there's certain...
They're not the best personality is the most tolerant.
Maybe.
Because then you end up in these relationships that might not be perfect.
It's about the person dating accepting a relationship, not that every guy you date or every girl you date wants to wife you up.
Yes, I think it's a combination of all of those things, but I do think that if you constantly find yourself in relationships, it could possibly mean that you don't have your standards are kind of all over the place.
Well, you know how there are those...
You're very tolerant, like I said.
You know how there are those comedians in comedy who everybody has open for them because they're just such cool people that all the big comedians be like, I'm going to have you open for me. I'm going to have you open for me. I wonder if serial monogamists are like that. They're just such cool people. You're like, I'll be your boyfriend. I'll be your boyfriend.
I love that you're buying my serial monogamists are better people.
I think it's an interesting concept. Certainly, I would say you probably leave less wreckage in your romantic past than fuck boys and fuck girls.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You probably... you're on good terms with all of your exes? Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know there's people sticking a pin in a voodoo doll for me somewhere.
Really?
No, I was a pretty nice guy, but I was definitely I'll never give you what you want guy. So is that a nice guy? I don't know, but I was always the guy that was like, oh no, nothing serious, nothing serious, nothing serious, nothing serious.
Well, good luck with your chlamydia.
Yeah.
And we'll be thinking about you, and I hope that it's not too postulally.
Postulally?
I don't know if it's things that is it zits on your vagina?
I don't know. Don't Google it.
I'm not going to.
I'm
afraid to Google anything.
Here's the thing, lady. The good news is you got one of the good STDs.
She said she's fine.
It goes away. God, thank God. I'd rather get a goes away than a sticks around.
You know which one really sucks? I don't ever want to get the STD that you have to tell anyone you have sex with before you fuck them that you have that.
What is it? Which ones are those? I think
herpes.
I don't think so.
If you have genital herpes, or I don't know, there's something. Are you thinking
of HIV?
No.
That one's important.
No, it's not HIV. It's herpes.
I think so many people have herpes that you've definitely had sex with somebody with herpes. I almost guarantee it.
I know I have because he told me. And he was like, I was supposed to tell you.
What was the name of the person?
I'm not going to say.
It would be funny if you did, though. All right, let's hear another secret.
Hi, you guys. So I have a kind of bizarro family secret that I honestly didn't learn about until post-college. I got drunk with my cousin. So my mom is one of 6 sisters. She is the youngest, and apparently there was a 7th child that was born in between her and her next eldest sister. He was a boy. My grandmother took him home and, had him for a few weeks until they kind of discovered, this is like the 1950s, but they discovered that he was severely mentally handicapped. It was due to some prenatal drug that was allowed or recommended at the time. And she had 5 kids at the time and sort of decided that she wasn't able to take care of a child that was at this point. So she put him in a home, and my aunt funded it, kind of like a bourgeois thing. And then no one ever talked about it. No one ever talked about him again. And, however many years later, it's still not a thing that anybody brings up, that there was actually a 7th child. And then to make the secret even kind of crazier, because this is all very dark, it needs to get darker. My grandmother died at 97. Within the same week, her son, this child that she maybe went and saw, twice in her life, died within the same week. My aunts got his ashes, and when they went to go bury my grandmother, it was just my aunts and like the cemetery guy, and they asked him for a moment to have with their mother to say goodbye, and they secretly dumped my secret uncle's ashes into my grandmother's grave. So there's essentially an unmarked grave where they're buried together, and no one really knows in the family. No one knows about, it's just been a deep, dark family secret, and now the world knows. So I hope you guys have a good one. I hope you like my dark-ass secret. Bye.
Ooh, that was juicy.
Got a lot of family lore.
That was like a Polanski film. That was great. They mixed the ashes together.
Was she prompted that?
No, she didn't ask for it. She just died, and the aunts were like, you know what? You fucking neglectful asshole. And they just dumped the guy's ashes in with her ashes, mixed it up into a slurry. That's wild.
Yeah, I do think we are evolving as a species.
You think? I don't think so. Do you think these days somebody wouldn't send a severely mentally disabled kid to a home? I'm sure it happens all the time.
Right.
Does it not? I mean, I think it still does.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I think that, correcting your family's, decisions is important.
Do you think that that's a adequate, cleanup of that moral abrogation of abandoning your child to a facility?
What is a cleanup?
To dump his ashes into the mom's ashes.
No, I'm saying she needs to, just try to be upstanding in her life in
the
ways.
Woman calling?
I don't know. Don't you feel like you've got to? That would make me sad if I thought my family did something like that.
Oh, would it?
I think so.
I don't know. I mean, geez, I don't know. If you found out you had a secret brother that was sent away to a home, would you feel ashamed?
I would feel like, I don't know. Yeah, it's very hard to. It also depends if you have a relationship with them.
You definitely don't. They were in a home. Would you want? Let me ask you a question, Natasha. Would you want my ashes intermingled with yours?
I kind of would like my own.
You wouldn't want my ashes intermingled?
No, you can come on.
How about a tablespoon of it? Just a little bit, not the whole thing. Just a sprinkle on top?
You can have a little bit.
If you died, Natasha.
I want you to sprinkle my ashes off the coast.
Yeah.
Maybe on one of your surfing trips.
Oh, that sounds nice.
And then
that'd be a great trip.
You can put a little.
A lot of fun with my boys.
And then, but then how would we intermingle our ashes?
Well, if you die first,
doesn't make sense.
We're probably not going to intermingle, but I'll tell you this: if you do die first, and I'm sexually active, I commit to taking your ashes and grinding them into in a mortar and pestle with some maybe olive oil or petroleum jelly, and using it for lubricant for my next partner.
That's so gross.
It's romantic, you mean? You know what I'll do? This is what I'll really do. I won't use it as lube.
Coconut oil would probably work.
Ooh, that would be good. Grinding some coconut oil. Be like, what? It's a little gritty.
Wait,
Why?
and then the woman would have like my ashes up in her like.
That's why that way. Anytime I made love to that woman again, a little part of me would be making love to you still. You know, because it would still sort of be in there.
Stop it.
Okay, here's what I would do. Here's what I would do if you died first.
You gothic.
My next girlfriend.
Yes.
I'll sprinkle a little bit of your ashes in her coffee and I'll bring it to her in bed. Just a little bit, just a sprinkle, a touch.
All right, honey, let's hear another secret.
Okay, one more.
Hi, I am leaving a secret for the Secrets Hotline. I don't know what it is, but something about going to the movie theater just makes me incredibly horny. It doesn't matter what movie it is. It could be a Marvel movie. It could be a horror movie. It could be a comedy starring Seth Rogen. Something about being at the movies makes me really horny. Don't know why. Anyway, that's my secret. Bye.
She gets horny at the movie theater?
No matter what the movie. What a strange thing human sexuality is.
I'm trying to think if I never gave a hand job in a movie theater or
But
anything.
she's not even saying that. She's saying, I go to the movies, I get horny, period. And not when I watch a movie at home. It's when she's in the theater. That's so interesting. By the way, did you hear the crow cawing in the back of her secret?
No.
In the beginning? Did you hear it? It should have been the last secret. That woman needed a crow cawing. The dead disabled guy getting sprinkled into his mom. That needed a crow. But this, get horny at the movie theater. Do you have anything that always makes you horny? I don't.
Yeah, like hot weather, I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Actually, it's a little bit warm today. How many secrets was that? Maybe we should wrap this bad boy up.
Oh, okay.
If you know what I'm saying.
If you'd like to leave a secret, call us at 213-222-8608. Or if you want to be on the podcast, send us an email about all of your drama at endlesshoneymoonpod@gmail.com.
If you'd like to follow us on Instagram, follow us at Endless Honeymoon Pod at Instagram, or find our Patreon, become a member of our community, Patreon/Endless Honeymoon.
Don't be jealous because I'm a professional voiceover artist.
It did sound very pro.
Thank you. Subscribe to our YouTube and subscribe to our Patreon if you want.
What if I do it more like a Richard Attenborough? If I go like more of a nature documentary, I go, if you'd like to leave a secret, give us a call at 213-222-8608. We'll be standing by. Any good?
That's really good, hun.
Thank you, babe. Hey, I love you.
I love you too.